Now live. We are now live. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are around the world, and welcome to the Luo English Dictionary channel. Thank you so very much for those who are following us. I can see on my screen. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Today we're going to have a live session. In this session, hey, there are some singers here. You see these people here? These are world renowned singers. These are world renowned singers. So we are going to sing. We are going to sing with these ones here. We are going to have a very great time. Don't worry. We shall see you and we shall be singing. So welcome, and we are going to sing this song. It is first of all, we are going to sing, and then this song is an Adventist song. Jaduen Adwen git wes ero kauru wer number 105 awuotho kachiko polo. And then after that I will review some of the works that we've done on from day number 20 to day number 30. And after that I'll open this for a question and answer session, and then we'll call it a day. So I hope that you enjoy this session. Please tag your friends. Tell them that international singers are coming in a moment. Koro. Today we are going to talk about, we are going to sing some songs, some Luo songs, and then after that we shall review some of the work that we've done before. So I am just preparing the thing, and now we are live on Facebook, we are live on Twitter, and we are live on Facebook, we are live on Twitter, and we are live on Twitch. If you send a message, we should be able to see the message on our screen here. So the message should display on the screen, and that will encourage us that someone is listening. So now let us just move on to Willie Wendo. Thank you so much. And I'll be able to see all of them. So we just want to go into the thing in a moment. One moment. We were on day number 30, remember. Sometimes technology fails me when I just start this thing, so don't worry about me. There we go. Alrighty, so this is a review of 5 words a day, but first we start with singing, and then after that we shall move on with what we are supposed to do. Where is it now? The song is lost. Oh, there you go. The song is lost. Aya, sasa tunataka kuimba. Now you can sing with us. Daniel Oluwachi is saying, tuning in from Doha, Qatar. Thanks for the lessons. Thank you, Daniel. But you can sing with us, Daniel, the lessons. International singers, irokore kodonjo. Aya, kujeni. Camera, nini microphone, amwezi kunini. Aya, come and start singing. Yeah, you are. So let's start. This song goes like this. Na 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 na. In English it's called I'm pressing on the upward way. Aya, what do you do? Awotoka chiko polo pile ame kendo chorora akwayo ruoth ndalo duto ruoth saya e yo mar polo ting'a malo kendo chunga polo kama malo moloyo piny ruoth saya e yo mar polo chunya ok mor ka abedo kod kiawa gi luoro bende ok adwa dejie akwayi tera e polo ting'a malo kendo chunga kuom yie e dala mi polo kama malo moloyo piny ruoth saya e yo mar polo adwaro dak mabor gi piny kama Satan ok ditema kuom yie awinjo duol mamit duond winjo maler e polo ting'a malo kendo chunga kuom yie e dala mi polo kama malo moloyo piny ruoth saya e yo mar polo adwaro chopo e polo adwaro neno ler polo analem nyaka achopie ruoth selna e yo mar polo ting'a malo kendo chunga kuom yie e dala mar polo kama malo moloyo piny ruoth saya e yo mar polo. Amen, amen. I told you these are international singers of international standard. Hey, if you enjoyed the singing, please just send a message on the chat box. We can be able to see what's happening out there. And thank you so very much for those who've joined us. This is the Luo English Dictionary channel. In this channel, we teach the Luo language. And we encourage people to speak, sing, teach, talk, converse in Luo language so that we promote the language beyond our lifetime. So we are just hoping that this will be transferred to everybody else. They'll be encouraged to start speaking, start singing, and to maintain the culture. So today we're going to talk about review. Kudwaro ni mondo wawer kendo bende uwachi nikech jower pod nika. If you want us to sing again, please let us know. Now today we're going to talk about we're going to review the 10 past day 31 to day 40. We're going to review day 31 to day 40 of the 5. Sarah Mvugu, thank you so very much. She says, I love the song. Sarah Asante Sana. And that song is the Luo. First of all, the song is in Wende Nyasai. Wapi camera. This one here. Daniel says they're international singers for sure. Daniel Golgi Moramatin. Sawa, asante. Now, they are in, I have to change this. I cannot see the charts. Let me let me change the chat so that I can be able to see the chat box. I can't see the chat box. I can only see the chat box. I have to change the color because what I'm seeing different thing. Yep, I hope it will be visible so that we can move on. So we talked about day 30, day 31. We are going to talk about the 5 low words a day. And today we talk about things like ajuoga. Ajuoga is a medicine man. Now, first of all, ajuoga was a medicine man. Like traditionally it was a medicine man. Then it became a diviner. But in the modern day, when you say ajuoga, it means English. Yes, Michael, now I can see the charts. You're saying waiting for English translation of the song. Oh, you're waiting for the translation in WhatsApp. All right, so the song is available in I'll look for it and post it for you. Golden Bells. Yes, the Golden Bells. The English version is called Golden Bells. And the name of the song is I'm pressing on the upward way. I'm pressing on the upward way. Na 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 na. Something like that. But I'll look for it and give it to you. Then number 2, ajuok. Ajuok. First of all, the word juok. The word juok comes from something that is abnormal or strange. So when you say ajuok, then that would be something that is abnormal or doesn't happen often. Tim mar ajuok. So you can see this pencil here. We don't really have pencils that look like this, but because it folds like that, we can say en kalam mar juok. It's a pencil that is abnormal. Okay, that's what ajuok means. And the next one is ajua. Ajua is a game. It's a game that uses pebbles or stones. Usually we used pebbles, and it's wooden like the one shown in this picture. So what happens is it's a kind of game where the seeds are passed into a 12-stone wooden board, and in this board you can actually start measure. What happens is you pick the stones from one what? How do you call that thing? From one hole, and then put them one by one in the others. I don't know the name in English, but I'll look for it in English. Willis Wendo on Twitter, thank you so very much. We really are encouraged by your messages. We can get all of them. Then ajuang. Ajuang is a name given to a female child born after the death of her father. So if a child is born after the death of a father, the child is called ajuang. Yes, game board. Michael, thank you so much. It's called game board. That is it. Ajuang is a female name given after the death of a child's father. Now, if it's a boy, you call it ojuang. Ojuang. So that is ojuang and ajuang. Then the 5th one of that day was akado. Akado is something we call it ochol. Now I don't know whether I could not get the English I could not get a picture of it, but it looks like a grass. It's a grass that is blackish in nature. It has some black. It emits some black substance on the top, so we call it ochol. But the scientific name is nataka tu Nikki, what is this? Yes, Pseudospondias microcarpa. That is the scientific name of Akado. And Akado is Ochol. So someone might talk about Akado, someone might talk about Ochol. Unfortunately, where I stay, I've never seen it. I think it is only maybe in the tropics or something like that. If I get someone to Michael, thank you for liking the stream. If I get someone who can get a picture of Ochol, I will send it to you. And then we moved on to day number 31, where we talked about Akara. Akara. Akara are long pants. In the US, they say long pants. In Europe, they say trousers. So Akara is a trouser or a long pant. When someone says Ange Akara, I have a trouser or I have a long pant. Then also Akara. Akara is twofold. One again says Akara is when you spread your legs apart, like this lady in a gymnastic. You can say that the legs are spread apart. Or nyakoni miel kod tiende akara. So nyakoni, and I encourage that you also talk like speak. You see this part of this part here, the one where my mouse is. Please speak that part. Like just speak that part. If you're learning Luo, speak that part. I encourage that because that will introduce you to many of the things that maybe I may not say. So you'd read it like this. You'd say nyakoni miel kod tiende akara. Nyakoni miel kod tiende akara. So that means the lady is dancing with her legs apart. Then akat is another word. Akat is a word, and akat means plaited rope, and mostly from grass. Plaited rope from grass. And in a sentence you can say ma en tol mar akat. Ma en tol mar akat. These are a plaited rope, and the rope is plaited from grass. Ma en tol mar akat. Of course, this is just a pictorial representation, but this is not the actual thing. Okay? Akat. And then the next one is akat or akada. Akat or akada is the area between the anus and the scrotum or the vulva is called akada or akat. Okay? Of course, I could not put a picture. So now if on your screen you can see a number scrolling, the 25. I can see my 25. Huh? That means the number of people who have subscribed to the channel today. So if you go and subscribe, you'll see that that number changes to 26. So please, I encourage that you just subscribe so that you promote the channel. And please send the channel to your friends and the opposite of friends and enemies, so that at least even your enemy can feel good that you know one more language. Another word is akech. Akech. Akech is a bitter fruit, and also akech means a tree that bears the akech fruit. So it's a bit. Kech comes from the word kech is bitter. So akech means a bitter fruit. In a sentence, this is what you'd say in a sentence. You'd say ne atemo chamo olemo mar akech no ma otama. Ne atemo chamo olemo mar akech no ma otama. So I could not eat that fruit because it was very bitter. That's what I mean. Yes, akech is also a name. I think I'll cover it, I think, in the next slide. I think so. No, I did not cover it. Akech is also a name, just as Cecilia is saying. Akech means if someone was born during a famine or when the country was experiencing very little food, then their name would be Akech, because kech means hunger. kech also means hunger. So a kech can be famine, and a kech depends on the tonation. When you say kech, it means bitter, but when you say kech, it means hunger. Hunger. Yes, hunger. Thank you so much, Cecilia, for the feedback. Then we looked at day 32, and all these days are available. Oh, there you go. On day 32, I talked about a catch on the farming thing. Now, if you look at all these things, when you go to our playlist in the Luo English Dictionary channel, these are arranged in the playlist so that you can always go back and just check them out. So I put them from day 1 all the way. I think we're now on day number 77 or 78. So you can always go back and check them out. You can always send them to somebody who is struggling with the Luo language, or somebody who does not know a meaning of a word. Please send them to the people, because that's the meaning. That's why this channel exists, so that it teaches people the Luo language. So as we discussed previously, a kech is a name given to a female born during a famine or during a hunger, very bad hunger. In Kenya, there was a very bad hunger in the early 80s. So you'll find that those who are about early 80s up to date, is about 40 years old, you'll find a kech. Their kech name is like 45-year-olds, 40-year-olds, about that age. Most of them will be called a kech because of the famine, or a kech or a kech, because there was a famine. The famine whereby the US donated some yellow maize. It was serious. Then there is akeyo. Akeyo. Akeyo is a traditional vegetable with small black seeds. A traditional vegetable with small black seeds. It's called akeyo. I'm really working hard to bring these images to you. I'm hoping one day someone will visit my native land and they will take very good pictures of all these vegetables, and we'll share them together, so that you just see what's going on with the vegetables. Then there is akeyo. Akeyo. Akeyo is also a name given to a female born during harvests. You can see the former First Lady Michelle Obama harvesting her plants, and that is a name given to someone who is born during harvest. If it's a boy, the name will be Okeyo. So it's Akeyo for a girl and Okeyo for a boy. Remember, Akech and Okeyo are like the opposites. Akech was in famine, but Okeyo is in harvest, when it's bumper. The next word is akom. Akom. Akom is a forked pole, like the ones shown in the picture. Akom was used for when you're building a hut. There are parts that you need to use akom in order to prop up the roof. So then someone would say, in a sentence they would say, Kelna akombe go koni. Kelna akombe go koni. So they would be referring to the forked poles. Please bring the forked poles to this other side. Kelna akombe go koni. Then the next one is akor. Akor. Akor is wrestling. Wrestling is akor. In a sentence you can say, Ka idwa tugo tuk akor, to nyaka ichiem mondi. Ka idwa mondi. So if you want to play the wrestling match, you must first eat, or you must get fed well. You can see these young men who are playing. They're really fed well and they're enjoying the game. So ka idwa tugo tuk akor. Please say it with me again. Ka idwa tugo tuk akor, to nyaka ichiem mondi. To nyaka ichiem mondi. that is very important to say it aloud and just say it slowly like that. That is a very important thing. Then the next one is on day number 33, where we talked about another akor. And akor means a coat or a shirt or a cardigan that covers the chest area. Because the word kor means the chest. So akor would be something that covers the chest area. In this case, it would be a coat. And if you tell someone, Mia akor nano, adwa de kwath. Mia akor nano, adwa de kwath. So please hand me my coat. I want to go herding my sheep or my cows. That is what akor means. So akor. Please post your questions. If you have questions, if you have to something that can add some value to the discussion, you're also free to just post it. And the good thing is, please, you can also post, once you post it in either Twitch or Facebook or YouTube, we'll be able to see all of them on the screen. And thank you for supporting the channel. Akor. But again, something that I didn't talk about is that in this akor, the coat, shirt, and cardigan, right now they've taken Swahili versions of the name. For example, coat would typically be called koti, which is the Swahili equivalent. And then shirt would also be called sati. And sati is the Swahili equivalent of shirt. So you'd see, you'll very much, everybody will be like, oh, mia koti no, mia shati no, instead of mia akor. Akor is no longer being used because of the Swahili influence. It's good to make that clear. Then akota. Akota is a cigarette, and more especially, akota is a cigarette that doesn't have a filter. You see, like the ones in the picture have a filter, but akota does not have a filter. So my grandma used to take akota. Wait, no, my grandma never used to take akota. Granny, I'm lying. She will hear me and then she'll be like, wait, did you say I used to take akota? So akota is a cigarette, and most especially it was used by old people. They used to koto means taking the leaves and putting them in rolling them on a paper. That act of preparing them and rolling them on paper is called koto. So akota is something that has been coated, as okoti, yani something that has been rolled in paper like that. Dry leaves, they would take dry leaves and put in, like dry tobacco leaves, and put them in paper and then try to light a cigarette. So that process is what we call koto. And akota is a cigarette or something that can be turned into a cigarette. I hope I'm clear. Then number 3 of that day, we talked about akoto or okoto. And akoto, we said, akoto is a long beaded necklace, and sometimes okoto. Akoto or okoto is a long beaded necklace, and that long beaded necklace, I don't know, because I know that there are some people called akoto and there are some people called okoto. So I'm just trying to see how come they are called okoto and how did their name end up being okoto, if the okoto means long beaded necklace. Maybe perhaps I should research on that. If you know about this, please let me know, because I know I have friends called okoto or akoto, and I don't know how their names are arrived at. Then akudini. Akudini is a honeycomb. Honeycomb is akudini. Akudini. Honeycomb. Akudini. And finally, for that day, we talked about Akumu, Akumu or Okumu. Okumu or Akumu is a name given to a child conceived before the mother's first menstruation. Okay, there are two ways. Some people say, yes, Michael, thank you. Akota is for girls and Akota is for boys. Yes, but what, like, the context is why would they say Akoto while Akoto is a beaded necklace? You know, that's my question. Like, why would they say Akoto and it's a beaded necklace? That's the question I'm pondering with myself here. But thank you so much for the yes, and you're correct that Akoto. thank you. You're correct that the what is for a girl and for a boy. Thank you. Akumu and Okumu. Akumu has two meanings. Some of the some of the Akumus, the boys or the girls, are names given to the child conceived before the mother's first menstruation, but also the name given to a child who are born breech. If they are born feet first, they may be called Akumu. So some of them, it depends. It depends on which one happened. But also, you know, something with names is that if your grandfather was called Okumu, then your father will be called Okumu, and then you will be called Okumu, and then the meaning of the name will just be like it will be have the meaning for your grandfather's situation, but not your situation, because you're just inheriting the name. You are not really born breech first, but you're inheriting the name. So you can meanwhile, we don't usually think that if someone is called Akumu, then straight away the situation is like I'm explaining, because sometimes they just take the name of their father or their mother, which is very common. And then I look at day number 34, where I will look at Akuru. Akuru is a dove or a pigeon. Wait, dove and pigeon, are they in the same thing? Are you saying that the color is what separates them? Okay, I don't know whether it's a dove or a pigeon, but the one that is on my screen, this is Akuru. Because if you're saying it's white, huh? What will be the name? What will be the English name? So dove is the white one, and pigeon is this one. Hi, Nikki. Okay, Nikki is just kidding with me here. She's saying that a dove and a pigeon are different. I don't know whether they're different, and that's why I put the two of them here. But this one you're seeing on the picture, this one I'm sure is called Akuru, because this one is what I used to keep when I was young. Akuru en achiel kuom ranyisi mar Jokristo. So in my example would be dove. Akuru. Oh yeah, she says dove is a sign of peace. Pigeon is not. Akurukuku. That's a long word. Akurukuku. Akurukuku. Now, some people say Ogongo. I think they don't. Yeah, Michael, you're correct. I agree with you. I also thought the same. I mean, that they're the same word, dove and pigeon. See, someone here is saying that dove is white and pigeon is different color. But anyway, I'm not a bad person, so. And I also, as far as I know, I also think that dove and pigeon are same bird. Akurukuku or Ogongo. Ogongo is Acacia Acacia gerardi. Is that Gerardi or Gerardi or what is that? Ebusi, read here. Gerardi. Yeah, that's Ogongo. This tree here, this tree here, it has very sweet honey. It has very sweet honey. Those who have kept bees, sorry. Those who have kept bees, you know that the flowers for this acacia gives very sweet honey. In Kenya, you can find this tree growing around Naivasha and also in some parts of the Ukambani area. And I saw this tree in some parts of Seme area. So it's a very good tree. It gives very sweet honey. When you see it around you, please take some, keep some bees. Akwacha. Akwacha is the pancreas. Akwacha is pancreas. And in a sentence you can say, Ajuoga ne onyise ni en kod tuo e akwacha. Ajuoga ne onyise ni en kod tuo e akwacha. So the doctor told him he had a problem in his pancreas. Akwacha. Akwacha. And before I move to the next one, I think there's a video we did on parts of the body, and someone has requested that we do a video for the internal parts of the body. So right now we are doing a video on internal parts of the body. It should be out soon. You see, our soon might mean in 2 months. That's a problem with our soon. But we are doing the video. We are looking at the parts because we have to look at all the parts and we have to give the correct information of the body. So that's one of them. And we move on to the next one. The next one is akwada. Akwada. Sorry. Akwada means a turn. That's akwada. A turn. Dhiang ne onyuol e akwada ne. Now, akwada, kwat, first of all, this is a term that has been created from some other terms. Now, kwat means to take care of animals. In the Christian, in the religious view, kwat means to take care of the congregation. Now, when you say dhiang ne onyuol e akwada ne, what it actually means is that, for example, I was building a house. Then when I'm building a house as a contractor, but I don't complete the house either because of some reason, then someone else comes in. I've been building the house for 6 weeks. Then someone else comes in, and within 2 weeks, the house is built and it's ready. Now, they've done very little on the house. I've done the most work, but all the credit will go to this last person. And that is when we use this saying. When you say dhiang ne onyuol e akwada ne, it might also be used in political circles. For example, when someone or a political leader starts a project and then their term in office ends and someone else gets to office, and within 50 days they do something which is they continue with what the other person was doing, but they do it faster. It looks like they've done it faster, and yet the other person had done all the structure, all the groundwork was done by the other person. Then now you can say dhiang onyuol e akwada ne. That means that he's lucky someone has just done it for it's his luck that this thing has succeeded during his turn. I think that's the best way. So that's why I said here, statement used to indicate that good tidings may come your way because of someone else's hard work. Akwada. I hope I've explained myself. Akwala. Akwala means secretly or stealthily. Like a cat walks stealthily. 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 Hey, Nikki, stealthily. Wuon otieno ne oduogo ka wuotho akwala. Wuon otieno ne oduogo ka wuotho akwala. So Otieno's dad came back home walking stealthily. Wuon Otieno ne oduogo kawuotho akwala. That means either he came up late or people were sleeping, he didn't want to wake them up, you know. A lot of things we can talk about there. Then we look at day number 35, and we are 41 minutes in. We shall end at the 50-minute mark, just so that we can, all of you can also just get a break and relax. Day 35, let's look at it. Akwande kich. Akwande kich. Now, people, we just talked about the, let me go back here to show you something. Yeah. We talked about akudini, and now we're going to talk about the propolis, which is akwande kich. These are two words that are confused a lot. So propolis, or the virgin wax, is called akwande kich. It's different from akudini. Akudini is the one that I've just shown, but propolis is a red or brownish substance collected by honeybees from tree buds. It's used to fill the crevices to seal and vanish the honeycombs. So that is called akwande kich. Akwande kich. Akwande kich oseneno e od kich, manyiso ni mor kich chiegni chiek. Let me take that again. Akwande kich oseneno e od kich, manyiso ni mor kich chiegni chiek. Then the next one is akwaro. Akwaro. Akwaro is a red hot grass, as pictured. Red hot grass. Nyoro ne wadhi tugo e lum mar akwaro. Yesterday we went playing on the red hot grass. Nyoro ne wadhi tugo e lum mar akwaro. Then the third one is akwede. Akwede. Akwede is disinheritance or rejection. Disinheritance or rejection is called akwede. Akwede. Jo Kristo ok ohero timbe mag akwede. Jo Kristo ok ohero timbe mag akwede. Then number 4 is akwedo. Akwedo. Not being part of. Akwedo. E wach mar tero nyithindo nyange, akwedo e okang' mamalo. E wach mar tero nyithindo nyange, akwedo e okang' mamalo. That's in a sentence. When you want to say akwedo, e wach mar tero nyithindo nyange, akwedo e okang' mamalo. And male circumcision is a very huge topic in the Luo language. I think one of these days I'll bring someone to just discuss this issue, and probably a doctor and a person, one of my friends, so that we just discuss this issue. It's a very big issue in the Luo culture. Then the last word of the day is akwoth. Akwoth. Nyoro Opio ne oketo omolo kod akwoth e tugo mar akor. Remember we talked about akor being wrestling. So nyoro Opio ne oketo omolo kod Akwoth e tugo mar Akor. So Opia held Omolo at a headlock position yesterday in a wrestling match. And that, brothers and sisters, is the end of today's session. I usually try to live stream every Sunday at about 10 o'clock my time. So I think just do 1 hour from, we started about 46 minutes ago. So I usually start at about 10 o'clock, and next Sunday you can always come in. Oh, Cecilia says, a catch is black nightshade. Thank you, Cecilia. Black nightshade, a catch. A catch, a catch, a lot, a catch, a lot, a catch. A lot, a catch is black nightshade. Thank you so very much. A catch, a catch, a catch. Black nightshade. No, Osuga is different. Osuga is not. Osuga is different. I think I have Osuga somewhere in my notes here. let me go to a catch. Let me go back to that. It is where is a catch? A catch. Oh, this one is a KO. But I didn't talk about a catch. A catch is also, there is a, I think I should add it here. Yeah, there is a catch. There's a tree called a catch, but there is also, I know there is also a lot of catch. So I will add it here. I will add it here. Yes. So you're correct. You're very, very correct. I just did not capture that. Thank you so very much. So, and that brings us to the end of the live stream. And unless, yes, they've said yes. So we shall just do the song. We shall just repeat the same song. You know, as we don't have Atinisi. Thank you, Michael. Have a great day. Thank you, everybody who came in. So we'll just sing as you're packing to go. You can wait for us. So, 1, 2, go. Awotoka chiko polo pile ame do chorora akwayo rot ndalo duto rot saya eyo mar polo tinga malo kendo chunga Kwom ye etala me polo kama malo moloyo pi ati mar polo chunya ok mor ka abedo kod kiawagi luoro bende E piny ni ok adwa dakie tera e polo ting'a malo kendo chunga kuom yie e dalani polo kama malo moloyo piny Ruoth taya e yo mar polo. Adwaro dak mabor gi piny kama Satan ok di tema. Kuom yie awinjo duol mamit, duod winjo maler e polo. Tinga malo kendo chunga kuom yie e dala me polo kama malo moloyo pi, Ruoth saya e yo mar polo. Adwaro chopo e polo, adwaro neno ler polo, analim nyaka achopie, Ruoth telna e yo mar polo. Ting'a malo kendo chunga kuom yie e dala me polo, kama malo moloyo pi, Ruoth aya e yo mar polo. Once more, ting'a malo kendo chunga kama e dala me polo, kama malo moloyo pi, Ruoth aya e yo mar polo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.